All right, he was number 99, I was number 19 in the program, but of course we're number 1 in your heart. Why do people choose the numbers they choose? Rivals has arrived. Welcome to another edition of Rivals. I'm Scott Mitchell. This is Jason Buck. And have you ever wondered why people pick the numbers they actually pick? So let me give you an example. Rudy Gobert, who is he's the starting center for the Utah Jazz, who always seems to have a chip on his shoulder. Yeah. He's upset about something. Well, he's number 27. Do you know why he's number 27,
No.
Jason? You have no idea?
No.
Oh, I'm so glad you said that. Well, let me educate you.
Tell me about it.
He is number 27 because he was the 27th pick in the first round of the NBA draft. And he was furious that 27 teams picked him or picked before he was actually picked.
Nice.
So he's like, I got a whole lot of people to show they made a mistake on me.
Nice.
And he wears that with him every single day.
Nice. You know, I think that's awesome. He uses it as a
Yes.
fuel and chip on his shoulder,
Yes.
a motivator.
So you were
That's
number
good.
99.
Yeah.
Why in the world did you ever pick the last number you could possibly pick?
It's funny, 'cause, you know,
or 00. It was
my number through high school, because back then, before, you know, I was really misplaced in my life and in a bad place.
misplaced, misguided,
when I wanted to be quarterback.
misfit. You were just kind of all
yeah,
over.
I didn't know. I didn't have my true direction in life, and I thought I was a quarterback. So I was Fran Tarkenton. Fran Tarkenton was my superhero growing up in the Minnesota Vikings. So I had 10.
Not seeing the connection here, but okay.
I had 10. I had number 10. That was just
I
through,
can see, yeah.
through the farm days. And so when I got to
Oh, I've seen the picture.
junior, I did show you the
Yeah,
picture. I was quite
and
the
just the way you were
handsome
holding the
quarterback.
football, it was like, yeah, this kid didn't
Know.
have a clue.
The old ball. I was out on the farm bucking hay, and the threads of the ball were on the palm of my hand. Yeah, it was bad. It was bad. But, you know, I got to junior college and they moved me to D-line.
So your first reason you got a jersey was because it was
my hero.
It was your hero,
Yeah,
and so
absolutely.
you wanted the number of your hero.
Yep, absolutely. The first big number, and it was similar in college too, because I didn't know what number to get when Rick's junior college, moved me to defensive line, because I'd walked on as a quarterback. And so we had a big discussion with my wife and her family and my family and everything, like what number should I have? It was a big issue, as you know.
Yeah.
And they're like, I remember there's everybody saying, well, double numbers are awesome. You know, that's cool, a 77 or something like that. And I remember at the time, because this is, you know, 83, and there was a couple of big, great D linemen in the NFL had 99. And
Do you remember who they were?
Hampton for the Bears.
Yes.
And Gastineau and the Sack.
Oh, yes.
The New York Sack Exchange.
See, I was thinking of double numbers, and I was thinking of Lyle Alzado was 77.
Yeah, Alzado 77.
yeah.
So, you know, when Gastineau and the New York Sack Exchange, Joe Klecko and Gastineau with 99, and Hampton 99, you know, I just was like, that 99, the second I just did a little homework and looked around, was like, that was my number. I knew that was.
So you wanted
it.
to be I don't want to say you wanted to be someone else, but you did it because of people that you aspired to be like. So these were successful, very well thought of defensive players.
Pro Bowl players.
And you wanted to be that kind of player.
I want to be that kind of player. That was me. I was going to be, I wanted to be better than them.
Yeah. So go ahead. Do you want to ask me why I have my number?
Yeah, why 19? Because
It's so unusual.
It's a very unusual.
It's
very
so unusual. You want to? Here's the story.
Because we are ninth cousins.
Yes, we're ninth.
We are ninth cousins. You know, officially. And
Yes.
I'm 99 and you're
19.
19.
Yeah.
I wonder if that just was meant to be.
1999. It's a good year.
I wonder if that was meant to be. Look at all that. Look at all that.
Okay. So when I was in high school, freshman year of high school, I made the varsity baseball team.
Okay.
We went to get jerseys, right? Because that's the most exciting part. You get a jersey, and I got the very last jersey because I was the freshman, right? So whatever's left over is the number you get. And there it was, number 19, because nobody wanted number 19.
You're a freshman.
The cool numbers were like the dual digit numbers, the 11, 22, all the 33, whatever. And no one wanted 19.
Yeah.
And I was like, whatever, I get number 19. So I got number 19. And I did very well as a freshman in high school in
so it
baseball.
stays with you.
And I was like, why mess with a good thing? You know, I don't want to give this up.
Yeah.
So all through high school, that was the reason I had number 19. But as it grew on me, it started that way, but then it became, because I had opportunities to get different numbers. Like when I went into high school and started playing football.
Yeah.
And then when I went to college and the pros, and my feeling all the time was I wanted to be unique. So I wasn't looking at, because I had heroes, 12, Roger Staubach, or 14, Gifford Nielsen, or like a 7 like John Elway, or some of these guys
that aspire to.
Something. Yeah. I was like, no, I don't want to be the next one of those. I want to be the first.
You want to be the rebel.
I want to be the first one of me.
Yeah.
And so I was like, I want a number that nobody wants. And no one had number 19. There were not. I never had a problem getting it when I was in college or the pros or anything. There was no number negotiation. Where a guy has your number and you have to pay him to get it or whatever they do. They do these crazy things. And so I always got it. Then as I got older, I saw a documentary on Johnny Unitas. And Johnny Unitas was number 19.
Yeah.
Great. Well, Johnny Unitas was one of the all-time greats.
Yeah.
But he was a guy that was kind of cast off in the beginning of his career, and no one thought anything of him. And I just loved his story, and I loved that he was kind of the forerunner of all modern quarterbacks. It kind of all started with Johnny Unitas. So I thought, okay, there's some meaning, and there's someone out there that has this number, so it made me appreciate the number even more. Then I had the opportunity to meet Johnny Unitas. So I was playing for the Baltimore Ravens, and of course I wanted number 19. Well, he was with the original Baltimore Colts, and they were like, it was blasphemy that I would want to wear number 19 because it was a retired jersey with the with the Colts.
Right.
So the jersey went with the Colts, not the city. So Baltimore was, and the owners begged me to wear the number. They wanted me to wear number 19. And I'm at lunch with Johnny Unitas, and I said, look, do you have a problem with me wearing your jersey? He goes, I could care less. He goes, it doesn't mean anything. Go for it. And so for me, it was kind of a way of paying homage to someone I had a tremendous respect for.
Absolutely.
Almost that fan and that appreciation.
Yeah.
So in the beginning, it started out as I want to be different from everyone else. And then at the end for me, it ended up being where I was paying homage to one of the great forerunners of modern professional football.
I got to,
and it was very meaningful.
It's very similar in a way. I got to match up against Gastineau. Now he was quite a bit older than me, right? So when I was the Bengals, we played the Jets at Riverfront. And, Gastineau and Klecko were out there, and I was watching them from when I just started as a freshman in college, and looking up to them. And I had a great game. So Sports Illustrated wrote an article, after the game in Sports SI that talked about, Jason Buck, outplaying Gastineau and the greats, on the Jets and the sack exchange. So that was like one of those moments where, like, hey, I was in high school and starting college, and these were the guys, and Gastineau's, future Hall of Famer.
Those are cool moments when you run into and you play against your heroes.
Yeah.
Very, very cool moments.
But you know what? They were great examples to us, like a Unitas, and to be able to aspire to that. And the competitor in us wants to be even better, right? You want to be even greater than those players you aspire to.
We were better.
But to bump into him in the league, and you're looking like, hey, there he is, and I was fighting for that, when I was just throwing grain sacks, and it was a fun moment.
We'll have to do an episode on kind of what happens when you run into your hero, because I had quite a few of those fun stories.
Yeah.
The neat thing for me, I got a phone call recently from the high school I went to, because they retired my number in both football and baseball. They said, do you mind if we unretire your number for your son?
Oh,
so my son in football gets to wear my number.
That is really special. And your son gets to play for your high school.
And in my jersey number.
In your jersey number.
Pretty cool stuff.
That is really cool.
All right, this round of rivals is over.
And we're off to our corners.
He's Jason Buck.
He's Scot Mitchell.
And we are related. Somewhere ninth, whatever that is. Ninth
cousins,
generation.
Man.
Yeah, ninth cousins.
Great grandparents.
Yeah. All right, you can text Rivals to 65537. Go to at Facebook, The Rivals Podcast, or on Twitter, at The Rivals Show. We'd love to hear from you. We love to hear from you. We love that you join in and see us. And until then, we'll catch you soon.